I'm back with my CB750 Café racer today. If you follow the playlist, you'll know I bought this for parts for another bike and then ended up following the build the original guy was thinking of. It's now sort of at the stage of it's a running bike. It's still got some bits and pieces I need to attend to, and I think projects are always going to be like that. I'm fairly desperate to get it painted this summer because I think that'll just elevate it so far. But today, what I'm intending to do is hopefully get it out and actually have a ride on it just for a couple of miles on the flat so I can push it back if I have to. You know, the kind of thing. I'm going to balance the carbs because still got a bit of an issue with the low running, and the two cylinders on that side are a bit quiet, so I'll have a play about with that. I've put some bar end mirrors on. They won't be to everybody's taste, but they'll allow me to see behind, which is the important thing for me. Other than that, pretty much ready to go. I haven't actually run it for probably 4 or 5 days. So the first thing I'm going to do is pop the fuel on, put the choke on, turn the ignition on, if I remember which way it goes, and shall we see what happens. Nearly. So as you can see, it starts fairly readily. Once it's got a bit of warmth into it, you can take the choke off, but if you take it off too soon, it just dies. The two pipes on that side are still very cold. So I'm going to have the tank and the seat off, set it up, and I'm going to balance the carbs. I'm going to have another look at the pipes and make sure there is fuel getting to the float bowls on that side, because it might simply be the fueling getting to the carbs that's the problem. So let's see if we can sort that out first. The easiest way to see if there's fuel in here, other than popping it off, is to just undo the drain. And I was hoping it would come out the bottom, but maybe not. Well, I think that tells its own story. There definitely doesn't seem to be sufficient getting into there. So I'm going to have to solve that first. And as a quick sanity check, let's just make sure that this one does look like we expect it to. Yeah, quite a bit more coming out of there, isn't there? Let's not waste it all. I think we've proved the point. In an effort to make the fuel into those two carbs a little bit better, what I've done is I've trimmed the pipe, the fuel line pipe, to those carbs. As it stood, that one was about twice the length of the ones to the carbs on this side, and did hang down a little bit. I can't think it'd have made a massive difference, but it might have done. And you've got to remember this bike was running reasonably well with the lines just as they were before I started fiddling with them. Anyway, I trimmed off about that much, and it was so small that I can't even find it now because it took me a while to wiggle it back onto the spigot, the line. So now they run even, and if you look, you can see plenty of fuel seems to be going through the fuel filter. So what I'll do now is I'll give it a start, see if it's made any difference to the two pipes on that side. My hopes are not high, but you never know. Those cylinders might not be running right, but I've just checked both float bowls and they are both getting fuel to them, so it's not that. So I've got my carb synchronizer out, connected it all up, got some fuel, connected that up too, turned it on, it's gone down a bit, so obviously some's gone in. Let's see if the bike will start so that we can sync these carbs up. Oh, I've also undone the lock nuts on the top of the carbs. I can't use the choke, so I'm hoping it will start without the choke, having been warmed up before. Let's see. Fuel up. Have got it so that they're all pretty much balanced. However, this cylinder, the pipe's hot, those two are hot, this one still isn't. So my next thought is maybe it's the plugs, and maybe I'll change the plug out of here, see if that makes a difference. Anyway, before I do that, I'm going to actually tighten up my lock nuts, check that it's still in balance, and then move on. Having run the engine for a bit, it's still playing about on that second cylinder. So I've decided I'm going to take the spark plug out of that one and replace it with the one from the furthest away cylinder that I know is working really well. That way at least I can tell that it's not the spark plugs that are going to be an issue, which is a real pain. Those middle spark plugs are always difficult to get out. You know, you have to fiddle about to make sure you can get something onto them and get them turning. Anyway, looking at the spark plugs, the one from the cylinder that's a problem, a little bit more moist than the one that isn't. And as you can see, the one on the left, which is a good running one, the tip is actually got that nice sort of coffee colour, even though that should be all over. So pop in the one from number 2 into number 4 and tighten it in, and what I'll do then is run the engine and see what happens. Having already crushed the crush washer down, I don't want to make it too tight, so just a little bit of a nip up with there. Right then, we're ready to go. Oh, bloody hell, forgot I'd disconnected the tank. Hey, at least it's give the top of the crankcase a little bit of a wash. Having sorted that little faux pas out, let's see where we're at. Choke on. Well, that's project bikes for you, isn't it? I've done that. It still seems the same. Now, although it starts and runs and it will idle, I still want to investigate that number 2 cylinder. It's really concerning me. So what I think I'm going to do, I checked the temperatures, it's still cold. I think I'm going to compression test that cylinder. I'm going to have the little rocker caps come off, check that they're all okay. I am going to have the carbs off and I'm going to clean number 2 again if I don't find anything with that. But obviously I'm going to have to let the bike cool down before I can start fiddling about with it. So I'm going to call it at that one. I'm not going to get out and ride it today, and I don't want to be in a rush just because I'm making a video. So next time we'll have a compression test, we'll look at the rockers, and we might even do a bit of carb cleaning, and hopefully I will get to ride it then. Thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe.